In this example, we're going to look at how the firm responds to a market shift in supply and demand, considering that the firm is in perfect competition. So on the left here, we have the market. All right, this is the market that we got from chapter 4 when we talked about supply and demand and equilibriums where quantity supply equals quantity demand. Now what we're going to add is, in this market, there's a large number of firms, and each firm is identical. And so the firm sees the price given from the market. That's this price here. It comes all the way across, and this is the price that the firm is going to see. This price is given. They are price takers. Now the firm has an upward sloping marginal cost curve, highlighted right here, and they also have their average total cost curve. So the firm is going to operate where they set price equal to marginal cost, and that'll lead us to this point right here where we have Q star. Now in this example, what we want to ask is what happens when there's a shift in the market. So let's look at an example where the firm, or the market rather, experiences an increase in demand. So in this example, the demand curve is going to shift up. Well, in that scenario, the new price is going to be set by the market, and that's going to be the new price that the firm sees. Let's actually draw that so it's a little closer to where it might actually be. There we go. So that's the price that the firm now sees. And so the firm sees that price, and they are going to set equilibrium to be where price equals marginal cost. So now they are going to increase their production to this new point, Q1. Well, at that new point, what we have is this area right here where price minus average total cost, we have this area, and that area right there is going to define that profits are greater than 0. So in the short run, when there's a fixed number of firms, an increase in the demand in the market will increase the market price. As a result, the firm sees the higher price, they can increase their quantity, and they can make short-run profits. Now, what happens in the long run? Well, in the long run, we have entry and exit into the market. So in the long run, when we see that there are markets that have positive profits, that's going to induce individuals to enter the market. And so new firms are going to enter the market, and that will cause the supply curve, let's see if I can get it right, about there, will cause the supply curve to shift out, meaning that there's now going to be an increase in the number of firms in the market. That increase in supply brings the price down back to the original equilibrium price, and therefore each firm is going to see that lower price and therefore reduce their production and return back to Q star. So in the long run, the firm is going to return back to the market price and reduce quantity. However, when we come look at the market, while the price for the market is the same, there's now a new quantity, we'll call it Q double star, for the market. So how does the market have higher quantity when the individual firm does not? They go back to Q star. And that is because there are more firms in the market. As more firms enter the market, that's what causes the supply curve to shift out. While individual firms will go back to Q star, there's more firms in the market, therefore we're at a higher quantity in the market. And this example shows what happens in the short run when there's a shift in demand, which creates short run profits for the firm, and then what happens in the long run, and then the market will see entry, which drives the price down, which means in the long run, the firms will not have economic profits.